What's up, guys? So this video is going to be a little different by the title. I don't know what the actual title is going to be, but it's definitely going to be a part one. And the reason it's a part one is because this I made a mistake 2 times. I when I make the food for these videos, most of the time I think it falls into like 3 categories. Number one, without question, most of the time, I would say, let's just say 90% of the time, not 90, let's go with 80. Yeah. Let's go with 80% of the time, I truly don't think about what I'm going to cook. All I do is I tell myself, like, I need 13 minutes of cooking footage. That's all I need, because that's how long my videos usually are. So I'll just go into the kitchen. I'll think of something that'll take me about 13 minutes. I go, I make it, done. 15% of the time, I'd say it's my wife asking me to make her lunch the next day, or maybe like, hey, can you make some dinner so I can, have something for the kids, or my wife's on the way home and I'll make her something. I time it so by the time she's home, I'm just wrapping up filming and I'll make her something. And then the rest of the time, like in this instance, I sometimes really I think about you guys, and I think about, like, you know what, I'd love to share this, because also something like, as much as I say, like, it's not about the food, because again, it's not about the food in terms of, like, I'm not here to give you tutorials on how to cook. I put the recipe, I put down what ingredients I use, but I rarely am, I'm not telling you the process. You see the process. And I think for most cooks, especially me, I'll just watch someone cook, and that's kind of like I'm already learning, So I think most of the people that are watching these videos, I'm guessing, already have a base idea of cooking, so they kind of already know what I'm doing. And I'm sure a lot of you guys already see where I make mistakes and all that good shit, and it's great. I had a knife sharpening video where I was sharpening, and the fucking knife, like, it kept slipping and sliding everywhere, and the whole time I'm like, this is awful. This is terrible. What am I doing? Why am I recording this? I should, like, make it look nicer, but this is real life, dude. Like, I guess social media is a perfect example of that, where we're trying to, like, filter our lives to make it seem perfect and all that, like, I know it sounds corny, but one of my favorite things that I like seeing in social media is, like, when females do, like, no makeup selfies. It's like, good for you, dude. Like, that's one, like, not everyone looks the way they do with makeup. I remember there was someone I worked with, and I saw them without makeup one day, and it's not like they look awful. It's not like that at all. I just simply didn't recognize them. I kept seeing them. I'm like, is that? I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. And then they came and talked to me familiar, and I'm like, and it hit me. Listening, I'm like, oh, it's you. And it wasn't a bad thing. It's just, and my videos are no different. When my voiceover, when I talk, I know I should probably write notes. And I do. There's been a couple of videos where I write notes, and I tell myself I should probably have, like, a script to follow. But the truth is, that's just not. I like to be as raw as possible. Like, I just want to be me. Like, this video right now, I can tell you, I think this is the 5th take. Only because I'm trying to take away some of the ums and sometimes there's dead space, like, I'm not saying anything. Or I'll talk too much, and so now I have to think of a way to shorten it. What other combination of words can I use to shorten, but still get the message across? So I'm not and I don't know if that's something I want to show. It would just be annoying, but I thought that this footage would be perfect. I thought this footage would encapsulate that pretty well. That sometimes I make food and it doesn't come out right. I've made dishes before, and it either got burned or because I'm doing multiple things. You got to understand. I'm either at work or because of COVID, I have two kids whom I essentially have to homeschool now. They have their meetings through iPads, their group meetings with their class, and then they have small individual groups, and then they have little, they'll meet up with different teachers throughout the week. And then the rest of the time it's homework. And if you have two little 5-year-old kids who need to do homework, they don't want to. Dude, it's a full-time job. So for me, looking for 13 minutes of video, that's no joke. Sometimes I fuck up dishes because I'm cooking and then I have to run and I have to, talk to my daughter. Maybe my daughter or son want to cook at the same time and it's dangerous. There's a lot of shit going on. But me doing YouTube videos, me doing, I had mentioned this earlier in another video where I'm working on something really cool. What I'm working on is someone on Twitter reached out to me and they wanted to start like a podcast. And they wanted to know if I wanted to be in on it. And I accepted. I think we recorded like 5 podcasts yet. I don't think the podcasts are up as of now. But I can tell you that those podcasts, they're raw, man. Him and I, we're figuring this shit out. And maybe if you heard of them, it's definitely no Joe Rogan podcast. This is definitely not a, I don't know any other food creator, there are people out there that just sound way more intelligent than me. They sound more articulate than me. Their dishes are much better than me. Well, you know what? This is me. I just want to be honest with you guys. This is me, this is the way I talk in real life. This is, I was thinking, sometimes I'm like, I should not swear so much because I don't know if that affects the algorithm of YouTube and all that. And I thought, why the fuck do I care? You know how far I've gotten? I have 60 subs. I cannot fathom in July having 60 subs. My 60 subs, to me, that's like, oh my God, it's like I'm a million. It's like a million subs. I'm just happy. I'm just happy to be sharing information. I'm happy that I was able to meet people. Now I'm doing a podcast because, I started putting myself out there. I have people reaching out to me. I'm meeting, I'm talking to cooks from around the world. It's fun. Why would I want to compromise it with not being myself? And this is just me adding another layer of that imperfection. My dishes aren't always perfect. I make mistakes. And that's cool too. I'm not going to get discouraged from it. What did I learn making this, cooking this food? Well, my takeaway is just because you do something right doesn't mean you're going to get it right. That's a hard one that a lot of people have, and I hate that. And you do everything you need to do and yet you don't. But that's life. Sometimes the bad guy wins and gets away with it. Sometimes he doesn't. I think it's what we do. So what am I going to do? I'm not going to give up on these cheese curds. And I know it's really silly, but that's kind of the way I think. I'm always thinking how can we make, the bigger picture of things, It's not about the cheese curds. It's about I'm learning how to do something that I do all the time, and I'm doing it in a different environment, and I don't understand why I'm not getting the same results that I'd like to get. You're going to try something and it's not going to come out perfect. You might want to start something right now and you're apprehensive because you're going to fuck up. It's going to look stupid. You know what, dude? It is. It's going to look dumb. It's going to fail. It's all of the above. But you got to just at least do something. Not doing anything is like the worst thing you could do. I'm so lucky that I have friends and family. Actually, it was just really my friend and my wife that kind of just supported me in this video making. Again, I'm not over here trying to change the world. I'm not over here trying to be the guy. I'm not trying to be anything. I love recording. I love talking. I love sharing my ideas, even when I don't think at all that I'm the smartest guy. You know, I'm 36 years old, and I'm telling you, dude, I feel so immature around people my age. I feel like a child. I feel like a dum-dum. I'm smart. I know I am. But the way I talk, the way I act, the way I like everything about me just oozes a younger person, you know? Maybe I'm just like one of those like young soul kind of people, you know? I don't know. I don't feel like an adult whatsoever. But just try, man. You gotta do something. You're gonna mess up. You're gonna make, anyway, I think the point to that, me being young, is just like everyone has a reason not to do something. But I think you're gonna find a lot of power when you do things despite those reasons. There you go. I think that's nice. You have every reason not to do something. You might fail. You might be not smart enough. You know, you might not be articulate enough. But when you do these things despite all that, dude, I can't describe to you the confidence you get from that. Look at these cheese curds melting away like that, looking like shit. Look at that. Oh, you see, did you see how the right hand just dropped and kind of shook the camera? Yeah, that was me going, what the fuck, dude? I was just, and I turn over to my wife and I say, you know what? Fuck it. This is the dish. This is the video. It's not perfect. Now I'm going to spend time and I'm going to figure out why, because I'm not going to get discouraged. I've accomplished so much, and the things holding these accomplishments together are my fuck ups. You know, it's just one fuck up after another. But as you make I make these mistakes, I make less mistakes going forward. You know, so I just wanted to share this little imperfect video. I know I'm kind of repeating myself, but you know what, dude? Sometimes the truth, the real shit, it's just simple shit and it needs to be repeated, you know? And it's like a thesaurus. Maybe one way of explaining it doesn't click with you. Cool. A different angle might. Maybe my words don't click with you. Maybe watching this, you see me making mistakes and not being discouraged by it. That's cool, man. It is what it is, man. Any, old me would have probably quit on this. But I feel good about it. Part 2, I don't know when the part 2 is going to come. Maybe not. Hopefully next week, which would be great, which means that I figured the shit out quickly. But you know what? Even if it doesn't, I'm going to figure it out. There's going to be a part 2 for sure. And yeah, I just wanted to share this with you guys, a little blooper. Shit doesn't always go as planned. Anyway, guys, see you guys next week. Have a great service, chefs. Bye.